So now we are going to discuss the swastika part of the Superman swastika. We're gonna explore Yahweh, what he's like, what he means for us, what he's going to do, what the prophets say, and what the Bible is about with Yahweh, what we have with Yahweh, and what we can expect, and what you have your own views on this. Tell us your views, and let's discuss this. Yes, we're gonna talk about Yahweh. This is the Superman swastika. If you want to talk about the Superman swastika, you're talking about Yahweh. And I have my own view on history, and I have my own expectations with the future. I think Yahweh is a certain God we have, a real God. He's the tribe God of the Jews, but he's here for all of us. And I think he's a Jew who achieved salvation a long, long time ago. It's probably the Christ of the Jews on their own planet, and then they tried to go to the next dimension, and some made it, but many failed, and then they had to try again, and they went to Atlantis, and Yahweh gave them the Torah, and the first Torah that was given in Atlantis did not work. They changed the code it was, and it's a computer code, and that computer code didn't work at a certain time because they changed it so much. Then it was given a second time to Moses after the fall of Atlantis, traveling through the desert with the whole Egypt story. And I think we're gonna talk about that Yahweh.
Happened to the planet Earth, our Earth's history, and that history is something that's very different from what we've been taught in school.
The history that we are given in our history books is just a shadow of the truth, because it's like if there's 10 people sit and watch something happen, some kind of event somewhere, like an accident scene, each one is going to have a different idea about what happened. In the same way that the people that wrote the history books were generally the people who won the wars, because it was always wars that these things were centered around, generally, pretty much. And so whoever won the war became the person who decided what it was that happened. For example, if Hitler had won World War II, our history books would read real different. We would see us as the bad guys, and it would be totally different. And so we get a one-pointed view of what happened.
And you were inspired by the statement by Drunvalo that you wanted to see what the Nazis did with all its extreme effort to survive Lebensraum, the sustainable Earth, to make the effort to replace the undesired less with the best only, and survive in that way, sustainable. You, inspired by Drew, you wanted to view the Nazis from the perspective of they had won and it was all good. Inspired by this statement by Drew, to get a broader perspective on history. Tell us about it. Yes, I have a very own view on what happened. It's my view of history. I don't know if it's true that teachers don't talk about these matters because of the nature of what it is. I think if they told the truth what they know, and it is the truth, that it might be indeed the truth, and they tell it, and it is indeed the truth, that the reaction will be so bad that people don't want to hear these truths right now, and so many will react badly. The truth is not told. It's unspeakable. Too hard, too tough, too much rejection, too much bad reaction. This is stepping on toes. The truth cannot be told, so I made up my own truth, since it's not given, the nature of what it is. How I see Adolf Hitler and the Nazi effort, how I believe in the Superman swastika in the old, and where I want to take it in the new. Well, what do I see with the old? I see that it's good to do something about overpopulation. I see that it's good to want peace. I see that it's good to keep it sustainable. I say that it's good to only choose to be the sustainable best and anything less must go. I think it's good that we do not forget God. I think it's good that we open the doors of heaven. I think it's good that the effort was made. In all its terribleness, had it not happened, I don't think we would be here right now. I really don't think we would be here right now. And I've talked about that before, that it would have been in the Nazis, 15 billion, we had become cannibals in the 10s and died away in the 20s, and now we still have a chance. We're holding on with our fingernails with still 8 billion and cannot go above the 3.5 billion or something. And but we're here, and thank God it happened. We're alive. So I view the swastika, Superman swastika of the old in that way. Lots is good about it. It's a hard truth, and you can't escape these truths. You can't. This is universal and timeless. The whole universe needs to follow this. It's the law of limits. That's how God set it up. You cannot judge this as good or bad. That's how God set it up. You have to live by these laws. So it's all, a lot of it is good. And then I can talk about what is bad about it and why it failed. And why it was never supposed to succeed in the way it was. Well, what can I talk there?
Yeah, talk about it. What is bad about it? I mean, so much is bad about it. Especially from a viewpoint we have today with all our love and compassion and the love we are becoming, universal love, and so much warm feelings for the world and Mother Nature and Mother Earth and Father Sky, how the galaxies transform us, how we have learned to love extraterrestrial life, how we are learning its unconditional love for all life. That was definitely not there, was it?
Yes, that was not there in the Nazi days. I think they really hated the less and wanted them destroyed with very little love for them. And in that way it was bad and was never supposed to succeed. It failed with the love. Had there been love for what they were doing and how they did it, even in the hard way it was, I think it would have been successful, but they really were bad with the love. The love was really, really bad. There was so much ego. And as Baba says, ego is mankind's worst enemy. There's no greater enemy for mankind than ego. Adolf Hitler had an enormous ego, and they followed that ego. They all had this ego inspired, and ego never works. It's always a curse. It's doomed to fail in that way. Ego will never succeed. That's how the universe is set up. Had it been done with all the love in the world, it would have been a success. It never was, therefore, because it was ego. Never have ego. Say no to ego. Say yes to the love. Say no to the ego. And then but that's not what happened.
Okay, so that's your view on that. And the good part is sustainable, the peace, and only the best, and yeah, Lebensraum, and yeah, fighting or opening the doors of heaven, and that was good, and that we believe in God, that we don't lose the faith, because indeed probably the Jews were losing faith with the modern times and all that it had meant for the religions, and to believe in God, that the Jews were becoming wiser than God, wanted to kick him upstairs and go on without him, and they did not go right for them, that they deal with Yahweh, that covenant is not easily broken, and I believe in that it's real. And it cannot be done, and they try as Jews to break the covenant or kick God upstairs and go on without him. Be careful, be very, very careful as Jews. I don't think you'll go without consequences in such a situation for long. And so isn't that your view?
Yes, I think that all that was good. I think that's my own view. They don't talk about it, the teachers. It cannot be talked about. But I think if they talked, probably they would say that was good about it.
And these laws of limits are timeless and universal. You cannot do without it. You have to keep to these laws. That's how God set it up. You cannot judge this as good or bad. Live by these laws and keep to the limits. Well, since we are now the new Superman swastika, and we've become this modern day man with lots of light, lots of love, really working hard on the love, all these good stories to inspire us to be the best with our superhero movies, and all these real life stories where we have love and compassion, and how we have charity, and we want everyone to do well, and how we all make an effort to get along with one another, how we want everyone to be happy and say, I'm fine, and I really want everyone can say, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. That we work hard on the unity and the brotherhood, and that we think about the planet, and as much as we can be non-violent towards all these ideals. That was completely absent in those days. They had not built such an understanding up. It was just the barbarianism, the primitiveness of those days. The worldview was very rude and stupid and not developed in a good way. It was a very limited understanding, and very dark. We came from 500 years of quite a darkness. We so dark. Mother Earth lost her Merkaba in depression, and only now, since the 70s, things are starting to look good again with the love and the light and the peace and the hope that her Merkaba got activated again.
Her Merkaba activated again. That's beautiful. Yeah, so the times are here for a positive Superman swastika instead of a dark Superman swastika. There was a lot good about the old, but the way it was done without the love, too much ego, doomed to fail. We can do it without, and do we have to do this?
Well, my idea is about that we do it again. In these days we do it as the modern day version, the way we want it, as we are now. So that would mean no infringement of free will. Everyone is considered equal, whatever race, even for the handicapped and the retarded and psychological. We don't infringe free will. If you don't want to go, then someone in your place that is good must go. We do something that we want in our way. We are light and love and compassion, and we do it with passion for everyone, for enjoying everyone, appreciating everyone, revering mankind in all it is, and no one is left behind. No one is regarded as the lesser one, but. We say to the retards and the handicapped and Down syndrome and all that handicapped, if you don't want to go, then even with you, if you want to stay. I think we're in that situation. If we wait that long, then at a certain point, the easy choice is no longer here. We have to make a really difficult choice. Quick, painless, with respect. The people that are lesser must go. And, we keep it sustainable. That's how the laws are set up. That's how God set it up. Cannot judge this as good or bad. We have to live by these laws, and we have to stay alive. And we do that as a modern day form. All the love, real good love, unconditional love, really loving. No ego. That ego is gone. We don't like that ego. That ego is terrible. Mankind's worst enemy. We do without the ego, and then we do this effort. At a certain point, we have to, if we want to stay alive. And we're getting there, because at 20s, it's getting hopeless, and there's no other way.
Yes, there's no other way. And what do you say with the future? Is when the easy choice has come and gone because we're so late with being lovable, good humans, adorable, and really making the effort to save the planet, and the little whisper that we got never worked, and we're late, and the easy choice is no longer there, and will we do this?
Well, I think if we don't do this
then it's for certain we go the way of the dinosaurs. If we say no, we go Trump about it, we just continue, we change nothing, and steady as she goes, it's going just fine, the world is not burning up, the temperature is just a little fan will help out, don't worry about it, continue the business, stock market is doing well, so wouldn't worry about it all, and if you go like that, then I think there is a different future for us. This will not be decided by the human then. If the human cannot do it himself, then it will not be decided by the human. Yahweh will come. He is a real God. And if the mad and the denial and the evil and the darkness and the ignorance or whatever rules the day, for the sake of the good people that want this but don't have the voice or the majority, and it is not happening, He will come and it will happen.
Boy, that sounds threatening. That sounds hard. I hope we don't have to do it. So in time, none of this Superman swastika will have to happen. And we're late, and at least we'll do it in a beautiful way. And oh my God, if the mad and the ignorant and the evil rule the day, and the good don't get the majority, and this isn't done,
He will come. And I see it in the following way. I don't know when it's gonna happen, if it goes there, how long it will wait, how long we have to wait before He comes. But it will happen in a single night as the night travels the earth. His spirit moves over the earth, and even babies will die. By the billions, people will die. And then it's decided by Yahweh. Only the good survive. So if you're just simply good person, doesn't mean you need to be a Muslim, doesn't mean you need to be a Christian, doesn't mean you need this or that, just simply New Age, whatever, you don't even believe in God, just being a good person, you will survive. And then it went the hard way. I don't know what's going to happen, but I see that as a real possibility. It will not be decided by the human. If the good don't rule the day and are not the majority, it will not be decided by the human.
So for the sake of the good people it will be done. He will judge the lesser with His oversight, which is omniscient and omnipresent, even knowing all the past and all the future. And then He decides, and billions go, even babies, for the sake of the good people that are there and couldn't do it themselves. And
that's how it happens. And I see, if it goes there, I see things like for the Jews it will mean spontaneous combustion by such amounts that they almost die out as a race, and they get so pissed with themselves for getting Yahweh so wrong for these days that they had a cloud cuckoo land Yahweh. That wasn't Yahweh they thought they were dealing with in the Torah and reading about it and thinking about Him. That was cloud cuckoo land Yahweh. They never connected with the real Yahweh. It served them well, that Yahweh they had, but that was not Yahweh. And once they realized how the real Yahweh must be seen, they'll get so pissed with themselves by enormous messes, so angry they'll be with themselves. I see this enormous spontaneous combustion into flames, and they disappear. And that's the intensity of that day. At a certain point, it's going to get so bad. You try and have some water, you try and have some food, you try and have a comfortable temperature. And so intense it will be. Find the courage to breathe. Terrible. So intense, they'll spontaneously combust. So angry that they didn't hold the codes of love and peace in their heart, and that they wanted to be violent and hurt the Palestinians, deep running hatred, no love, terrible. He's angry with them. He's really angry with them.
Well, that's a view. Are you certain it's like that? Because the inner world of people, it's difficult to be aware of that. Are they really that much deep running hatred? That much violent? That much demonic? Not an ideal of peace and love? And are you certain they are not the victim?
I'm pretty certain of it in my way, with the little facts I have from what the teachers give, that the hatred runs deep, And along the way we kind of lost it, and we're not finding our way home. The codes of love and peace look at the situation, always violence, always war, threats, always bombs and hurting and the guns and the machine guns and fighting, pushing, no respect, no love, no sharing, no two-state nation solution for the Palestinians. It's all going bad and worse and worse and worse. The codes of love and peace are not upheld.
But it must be said, the Muslims did not make themselves very popular. I mean, with all the terrorism that happened, that Islam is so dark, that it had been for a long time so much terrorism, and that was terrible. The Muslims in that way, I'm not blaming all the Muslims, but those that practice Muslims and practice terrorism, they did not make Islam very popular.
Yes, that's true, but that still doesn't mean that we have to be the violence and the hatred too. I believe in the Christian way. I believe in the Jesus way. The Jesus way says, love thou enemy. What is gained by hating your enemy? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, forgive. One slaps you on one cheek, show him the other. You know, I think that's the principle that should be. That's not what the Jews upheld. And for dark Islam, what can be said? Not all Muslims are like that. I think many Muslims want unity of man, brotherhood of man, sharing the world with all the man, all the religions, harmony, unity, the God of many names, many forms, but He is one, that we all believe in the truth of that and live that. And that we are free of divided and competition and strive for the religions and the darkness of selfishness, narrow-mindedness, and self-interest. That we respect all the religions, whatever it is, and as long as it's asking for good humans, behaving peaceful, lovingful, wonderful, non-violent, being an ideal, believing in God, doing good for God, for the universe, living the love, beginning the day with love, fulfilling the day with love, ending the day with love. There should be no issue whatever the religion is. Just being good people, that's what it's about. The salvation can be reached by anyone, doesn't matter what religion you have. Buddhists can just as much reach salvation as anyone else.
Yes, so
Dark Islam, that you say that Islam did not make itself popular, but that does not justify what the Jews are doing with the Palestinians and the neighboring countries, the Arabs, who are Islam. That there is a tension, a strife, division, a conflict between the Arabs and the Jews. It should not be happening in the name of dark Islam, that we say forever it's the wrong of the Palestinians and Iranians because they are Islam. It's not like that, you're saying.
no, we should not condemn Islam because of the terrorism that happened, because of those that practice dark Islam. It doesn't mean all Islam is bad. Islam is a good religion. Islam is the religion of peace. Islam is the religion of belief in God. Islam is the religion of an ideal. Islam is the religion of aspiring towards paradise, towards heaven, upwards climbing, and believing in the self, in the God, doing right, knowing there's a witness, that He's merciful and good, and that it belongs to you, the choice. Will I go to heaven? Will I go to hell by the actions I do in this life? And that's how I see it.
So you're saying that The Muslims are not the wrong in this. They have practiced dark Islam, but it's like show the other cheek, forgive. Someone hurt you, but you forgive him. That you give him a chance that he may have a change of heart. If you say, shame on you, and you're just as hard towards him, you don't give him the opportunity to have a change of heart. You say, forgive, forgive, forgive. Yes, don't react bad on someone who has hurted you. Show the other cheek. Say, I love you, I love you, I love you. No matter how much you have hurted me, I love you. And then you give the other one a chance to have a change of heart, and that the love may one day rule the world by forgiveness, reconciliation, atonement. We come together. Yes, and then you say, if it goes the Yahweh way, the Jews will realize they're wrong, how they did not turn the cheek, how they did not have the love, how they did not establish the peace, how they were unforgiving for the dark Islam and didn't see the wrong they did themselves. Whatever that situation must be seen, however that situation must be seen, however that must be described, the wrong of the Jews and all this, which is a story of its own. Could go into an elaborate description there, but but all you want to say is, if it goes the Yahweh way, He decides, the Jews will spontaneously combust. So angry they will be with themselves for not having tried to embody the codes of love and peace, and bringing peace to the world, peace to the conflict, peace to the situation, peace to the Palestinians and the Arabs, all that surrounds them, and they should have not eye for an eye, but the other cheek. Yes, spontaneous combustion. The Jews practically disappear as a race. It's only through some children they live on, and try again. And that's the hard way of Yahweh. I do see that as the future if it goes there. Jews massively, spontaneously combusting, and their bodies ending up in this huge, enormous flames by their own anger. And it's so intense it will be if we are that late. So intense. I mean, now it's still easy. We have this abundance in our supermarkets. We have the water. We can shower. There's sometimes some rain. The temperature is still doable. The supermarkets are overflowing with food. In this abundance, it's still easy to say, I can be bad, I can be mad, I can be greedy, I can be selfish, I can be hate, I can be a demon, and you get away with it. It's still easy to say no to saving the planet and denying it, and being the wars, and saying the idea that it will be difficult for me to breathe on the day that Yahweh comes. Simple. Of course, I will breathe. I can do the bad so bad I want. I can make it so bad as I want to. No problem. Won't be easy on that day. It will get so intense, so fast. With the shops and the supermarkets, I mean the disintegration by the collapse of the environment. It will be so bad. It will be so bad, so intense. The intensity of the day. If you are saying, if you understand your situation, you are shitting green in your pants, and you don't eat meat, you don't drive a car, you don't do holidays, you don't pump out the offspring, you be as non-violent towards the planet, you plant trees, clean up the environment, and on, 1,001 things we can do for a healthy living planet. You don't believe in the stock market, you don't believe in your commercials, you don't believe in your banks, you don't believe in the money men, you don't believe in the politicians, you don't believe in the wars, you don't believe in the violence, you don't believe in the sex mad, you don't believe in all that we do wrong as humanity in so many detailed ways, all the crime and corruption, and you name it. You don't do that. You don't eat meat. You don't drive a car. You don't go on holidays with the plane. So much you can do to save the planet. You shower only one day in the week to save the water, because that's becoming a scarcity. You know, if we all did that, then it would not be so intense one day.
How quickly will it get intense? So intense that it will, when Yahweh comes, it will be so for so many difficult to breathe. The wrong day you have done, what you have done, that it becomes difficult to breathe, that you die because of suffocation, his anger, you don't have the courage to breathe anymore. I mean, that's an intense description of a situation. Easy to say, I do the wrong now and I feel good about it. I get away with it with myself. My conscience, I can ignore it. All the hatred, all the violence, all the war. I can feel good with it. I can believe in it. And that you say all that you have done. That you won't find the courage to breathe then. You can do it now, you won't find the courage then.
Yes, the good people inherit the earth. Could go there. The judgment, Yahweh. The judgment day. And that we'll see. It won't be long, I believe. Right now, the 20s, we're crossing over into hopeless. So whenever this happens, it won't be that long. I think the disintegration of the environment, the produce of harvest, the yielding of the crops, I mean, that will go so bad, so fast. The temperatures, the droughts, the fires, it will be so intense, so fast, faster and faster. Storms, hurricanes, tornadoes in a way, and tsunami with the ice sheet collapsing on Antarctica or Greenland, and that is an enormous tsunami, and millions dying in the coastal areas, and the ozone layer disappearing, and we all start getting skin cancer and start turning blind, and just a terrible, terrible situation at a certain point. In the 30s, it's gonna be so intense.
Yes, the anger of Yahweh, to find the courage to breathe. Easy to still say, I do whatever I want and I get away with it. Won't be easy then.
Won't be easy then. Already since 2003 I'm shitting green in my pants. I'm not eating meat, things like that you can do. You can be so as more non-violent towards the planet than what we've been doing in the old days. When there was no emergency in that way, we could do whatever we like, and it was okay. The planet could handle. It was still not brought to its stress point, to its limits.
So that's the judgment day of Yahweh, finding the courage to breathe. Jews spontaneously combusting for getting the wrong Yahweh in these days. That they connected with the cloud cuckoo land Yahweh instead of the real Yahweh. Had they connected with the real Yahweh, they would have had the codes of love and peace in their hearts. And that's quite a picture. That's Superman swastika for certain. Beyond the modern day version, when it's decided by Yahweh, truly a super swastika. Yeah, Superman. And the good inherit the earth. Then how is the healing going to take place?
Well, how that's going to take place, how we're gonna heal the ozone layer. At the moment that billions have gone, that will mean an enormous release of the stress on the planet. And I think maybe 500 million will inherit the earth. Could be very strict, the criteria that makes you survive the judgment of Yahweh. You must be really a really good person. What you have done must be really good. So many people won't make it. Just an offense like lusting for the wife of someone else. Just the thought of it could be deadly. That it gets that strict. In an immediate death sentence. Just the slightest event. Just thinking one time in your life something like that. A death sentence. You don't have the courage to breathe on the day that the judgment comes for the Superman swastika of Yahweh. And you inherit the earth. Find the courage to breathe. Find the courage to breathe. Find the courage to breathe by being a good person. Be a winner on that day by being a good person. And what's a good person?
Yeah, what's a good person?
Good person is someone who upholds the codes of love, lives the love, understands the love, works on the love, sees nothing but love, who wants the peace, always from the heart asks for world peace, and always speaks the truth. Under no circumstance he will utter a lie, and he's always non-violent in every possible way. He doesn't eat too much, doesn't sleep too much, and the ideal, I could go on, and you get the idea. It's a really good person, believing in God, reverence for God, believing in the Almighty, awed by the universe, amazed by the galaxies, loving all life everywhere, and forgiving and tolerant and patient and forbearing, renunciating. I could go on and on and on and on. All the good things that makes a good human. And then you survive.
Okay, the good human. What defines the good human? Reverence for God, yes. It appears very important to me too. Reverence for God, yes. Beautiful.
Yes, the Superman swastika. Yahweh designed. Let's assume we do it ourselves. The good win the day and make it something good and beautiful. And that's the Superman swastika in that way. We do it ourselves. And even better than that, we are early. And it doesn't need to happen in that way. Everyone can stay. It still has not turned hopeless. We're just hanging on with our fingernails in the green zone, just about turning into the red zone. We just in time make an amazing transformation, and the world transforms, and we all become good, and we all have a right to inherit the earth as a living system, and billions work on saving the environment. That's perfectly plausible in my world. Magical transformation. Suddenly all comes together, all the nations harmonize, the unity of man becomes well established. There is world peace, there's universal love, and we believe in the equality of all. You are a king, you are a beggar, you are important in his eyes. And that I don't exclude that from happening. Magical transformation by all. Why not? I don't think the impossible is like that it just cannot happen. I think it really can. Magical transformation. The potential of love is in man. In one single day, suddenly we all together transform, and we have the love to solve all our problems in a single day. That potential of love is within man. And then all the hard ways and what we have done and the punishment and find the courage to breathe and spontaneous combustion won't happen. Magical transformation. I think that's perfectly in the offing. But how is it achieved?
And now you want to answer how that can be achieved.
How do I achieve that magical transformation? That the good earth story for all the people of the earth happens. We keep it sustainable even with 8 billion people, more than 8 billion people, because we have the love and we have the right to do this for all our good people. And
how do we do that?
I don't know. It starts with living from the heart. We all must move with the spirit, from the brain into our heart. We must wish for the world peace and the universal love and brotherhood of man, the unity of man, and the guidance of the masters, and opening up to the space brothers, to the universe from our heart. The spirit must be centered in the center of the heart. You have a brain in the heart, and center the spirit in the brain of your heart, and from that brain wish for the world peace, wish for the love, wish for the unity of man. Make the effort to have nothing but love in this world. And only when it comes from the heart, and we all do that, then the transformation will happen. And it can happen with the 500th monkey phenomena, that at a certain point a critical amount of humans has traveled into the heart, and then by the grids around the earth we can all connect to that, and from our intuition, inner self, by just sensing it, telepathic communication in a certain way, we all start doing it. And therefore it's important for the people who know the teachings of Grinvelo, that how to move into the heart, that the 500th monkey phenomena occurs, and we all start moving into our heart, and we start wishing from our heart. Wish from the brain for peace, you'll always have some war. Wish from the heart for the peace, and the world peace is there. Wishing from the heart, that's the key, that's the essential thing we need to do. A magical transformation in a single day. With all the love of mankind, we solve all our problems.
That's amazing. I hope it will happen. I don't want the hard way. I don't like that. What we have done, and the punishment we're worthy of, so many, so misbehaving, not an ideal, the crime, the corruption, the how do you call it? Give me a moment, I can't find the word. Complacency of the judiciary system, hypocrisy of the judiciary system, hypocrisy of the judiciary system. They forbid others to do it, and then do it themselves. And I hope the good future happens. For all the 8 billion, we inherit the universe, and magical transformation. With all the love in the world, we solve all our problems, even the ozone layer. That is the power of love. And yes, it can really happen. All we have to do is wish it from the heart. We should have realized by now, life is a perfect wish tree. What you wish happens. Be careful what you wish for. It might happen. And if we wish for the transformation of mankind through the love, through the beauty we are, the power of God as love, understanding who we are, how we are the self, and have amazing abilities, that we can be greater than Jesus, do more than just by touch healing, even better than Jesus. We heal everything altogether better than Jesus. We can do that. It's a perfect wish tree. If you wish for that, the transformation of all mankind, and through the power of love that we then have, in a single day we solve all our problems. Just wish it and it will happen. From the heart, ask for the peace, and there will be world peace. It's beautiful. I really hope that will happen. I would really love that to happen.
Me too.
That would be amazing. Can't wait for that to happen. If that is going to happen, Yahweh knows, but I wish that would happen. Magical transformation. That would be the fulfillment of the Superman swastika, in a way that it was the love that saved us and did it. Wow, amazing.
Yes, the love can do everything. The power of love is amazing. Love, the meaning of love can never be explained. Love goes beyond all comprehension. We can have a potential of love activated. All our problems are solved in a single day. The power of love is amazing. But then you have to answer, what is love?
Yes, indeed. What is love?
What is love? Love knows only to give, it cannot take. Love is God Himself. Love is sweet, pure, and unsullied. Love is the milk that is the ocean of your heart. The milk ocean of your heart. And love is truth. Love is beauty. Love is harmony. Love is eternity. Love is unchangeable, permanent, indestructible, infinite, ever expanding, ever flowering. It's beyond all comprehension. You can experience the love, but don't try to understand the love. Simply practice the love, do the love, live the love, be the love. Understand the love as best as you can, live it as much as you can. And don't try to understand the meaning of love. It cannot be told. It's beyond the capacity of what love is to give the meaning of love. The meaning of love cannot be given. It's beyond all comprehension. It's the beauty and amazement of love.
Yes, love. So love as free of hatred, free of anger, free of egoism, only giving, not taking. God Himself.
Yes, love. Free of hatred, free of anger, free of violence, free of selfishness, free of egoism, free of competition, free of jealousy. Just knowing to give without wanting anything in return. That is true love.
Yeah, I want that. I want that love. I like love. Love is sweet and easy.
Then live the love. Have it easy with the love. And the love becomes beautiful and an adventure and amazing. With all the love. Life is beautiful and good. And the future is a blessing, and that's what you want. Yes.
Yes, all the love. Let's meditate on the love for a moment.
I'm gonna meditate on the love. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So, you're being censored? So your music is not becoming a worldwide phenomenon listened by billions? We all know it's happening. I mean, you did all the Superman swastika stuff. A little bit that you did. When it was 75 years ago that World War II happened, and you wanted to make in music a National Geographic documentary about it, about World War II, what the Nazis saw themselves doing. And you said clearly in the intro, let's not drag all that cows out of the ditch, let bygones be bygones, but for a moment let's remember much to learn here. Let's go through this, what the Nazis saw themselves doing. And you did it, and you believe that's what got in yourself censored. Yes, making in music a National Geographic documentary about World War II. And indeed, in the intro, I clearly stated, let's not drag all that cows out of the ditch, let bygones be bygones. But there's much to learn here. For a moment, let's remember what the Nazis saw themselves doing. It's not just irrational hate and inexplainable violence and forever to be argued with destruction of the Jews and never to be accepted. And there's much to learn here. And so I did that, and I believe that's gotten me censored. It's very unfortunate. I thought we were ready for such a National Geographic documentary in music. I guess that says something about doing a National Geographic documentary about World War II. From the Nazi side, it's emphasized, explained. In music, I think it says something about music. It cannot be done in music. On National Geographic, we can handle documentaries about World War II and all that it is, with all these black and white images and all these tanks and bombs and airplanes and the Spitfires and the Junkers and the Panzer tanks and the Shermans and whatever. All the boats, the cruise ships, or what is it? Battleships. And no, it cannot be done in music. It's not accepted. I did not get away with doing that. But you did not do it as a neo-Nazi. You do not hate the Jews. You do not believe in the old version. You don't want it again. You don't believe in that nightmare, and you don't want that nightmare again. Yes, I don't want that nightmare again. I did that just to learn from what the Nazis did in the sense of sustainable earth, Lebensraum, and angry Yahweh. Maybe was it that? Let's question this. Let's see if we can find the truth of this, and what to do today to have it different, to do this right. But these limits, we have to learn this. It's the first time we practice the limits of the planet. The green swastika, the swastika of the green. The sustainable earth, live by these laws or get destroyed by these laws. You have to keep to the limits. Yes, but you did not get away with doing that. And you give in your music a very dark form to the songs about Yahweh. Yes, because Yahweh can be so threatening. It can be really threatening. It can be so hard, so brutal, so violent. So punishing for the slightest offense. Yahweh can be so angry. He is really, really quite the anger. For the slightest offense, for the slightest wrong, immediate death sentence. Read the Bible. It's quite the strict and high norms and quickly to make a mistake with deadly consequences. It's quite ominous and threatening and dark and scary and sombering and all that, dark and black, dangerous, so dangerous Yahweh, dangerous Yahweh. Yes, indeed, a dangerous Yahweh. So That's why the songs about Yahweh are like that. But that's only an angry Yahweh when we do wrong. Yes, you won't have an angry Yahweh when you do right. And I believe with World War II, had the Jews done right, the Bible says it clearly, could have achieved the blessing by keeping to the law. They clearly didn't. They achieved the curse. And they only got themselves to blame. The Nazis were just an instrument in the hands of God for not fulfilling the law, keeping to the law, and achieving the blessing. Yes, it was already said from the beginning when it was given to Moses. The Jews will not succeed in achieving the blessing. And the blessing of the Bible, if the Jews had kept to the law, it's quite a beautiful description of the world we could have had. But instead it is. And do you say it's the Jews that achieved the curse? If the Jews had kept to the law, if the Jews had fulfilled the law, I really believe this, the world would have been so beautiful and good. But they are fallen away children from God. They are not an ideal. They do not keep the law. They are liars, unreliable. They cheat and can be so corrupt and selfish and competitive and not keeping to the law in so many ways. In all that is given as the law, as not murder, not steal, not lie, not commit adultery. Don't mix with the other races. Don't mix with the other people. And all that is given as the law. In so many ways, it was not 100% kept to. And just the slightest deviation from 100% fulfilling the law. Enormous consequences. Enormous consequences. Yes, indeed. Just the slightest deviation from these laws. Enormous consequences. World War II, well, okay, it wasn't done 100%. The highest ideal. But that's quite a consequence. That's how it works. It's sensitive for the slightest offense. Better do good. Be perfect. As much as you can. Don't delay changing character flaws. Be perfect. As much as you can, be the ideal. Do not steal, do not murder, do not lie, do not commit adultery, do not worship false idols, do not be disrespectful to your parents. On and on and on, all the laws. It's good for you to keep them, keep 2 of them, work 6 days, rest 1, and yeah. And then it's the good world. Not stealing, not lying, not committing adultery, and all that is given in that way as a law. Keeping one day for rest amidst the 7 week. Yes, keeping to the law. We have to keep to the law. We cannot steal, we cannot hate, we cannot commit adultery. All these things, you cannot do that. The moment we are perfect, the good world happens. If we are all good people, no hurting, no conflict, no starvation would be happening. If we were all good people, fulfilling the law, not corrupting ourselves, not distorting ourselves, not making ourselves sex mad, and adultery, and crimes, and theft, and murder. If we didn't do that, the world would be beautiful. Of course it would. Yes, indeed. Okay, now for a moment, let's meditate on the peace. We're gonna meditate on the world peace. Let's meditate on the world peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So you're having no hard feelings that you're being censored. You understand that you're doing that, find it unfortunate, you're not expected that the situation was so bad in the world, that it could not be accepted as a National Geographic documentary in music, explaining what the Nazis saw themselves doing. But you don't have hard feelings. No, I don't have hard feelings that they're censoring me. I find it unfortunate, of course. I would have loved to know how many people are listening. That there was a chance for my music to break through into the limelight, or how you call it, into the open, to the world. But no hard feelings. I understand that it's difficult to accept this. I thought it would be accepted as a National Geographic documentary about the Nazis. World War, like National Geographic, a documentary in music. But yeah, it's too much asked. I said it specifically in the intro. Let's not drag all dead cows out of the ditch. Let bygones be bygones. But for a moment, remember, let's learn. There's much to learn here. And no hard feelings. And how do you expect this will go for yourself in the future? I don't know. I hope eventually there will be love in the world, peace, unity, and it could happen very fast. Why not? Magical transformation tomorrow. Why not? I believe that's possible, and maybe it will happen. It will happen. Why not? And then it's different for my music. Magical transformation. Amazing magical transformation. Well, then there's no issues for the music to be censored. And all the listeners can be honestly, accurately, precisely indicated how many are listening to the songs and how popular it is, and then it can spread like wildfire, and everybody can learn, and it's on Spotify and on YouTube, and everybody loves the music, and we're all happy about it and enjoying, and the whole world, concerts, flying over the world, extraterrestrials in the crowd, and UFOs visiting, and perfectly normal, perfectly average normal day in the world. UFO visit hovering above the crowd, huge and clearly visible. Yeah, why not? Okay, so no hard feelings. No hard feelings. I hope. That's why I work so hard on the love. I would love to have the experience of concerts, that people are singing along, that people sing the music. I'm happy and I love you. Get a whole crowd to sing I love you and I'm happy. And Space Brothers Come Land. Oh yeah, so many songs for the whole crowd to sing. Wait a minute, I need some time to remember how the song goes. Won't you please come visit us, Space Brothers? And the whole crowd starts singing, please visit us, Space Brothers. I would love that to happen. And I don't care a whole lot about these Nazi songs. I wanted to learn. It was mostly done for my own education, to think about it and make up my own mind how I want to see it, and think about it. It was 75 years ago when I wrote them, and I wanted to understand what happened. And I wrote that in my own documentary, you might say, in music, about it all, what they saw themselves doing. But I don't ask for it, I don't believe in it, I don't want it, and I hope it never happens again. Past is past, let the past be gone, and let's move into the future, hopeful and encouraged and optimistic and hopeful, and not ask for a nightmare again. Instead, nothing but a dream, something good and beautiful for everybody. We wish it, we'll have it. Yes, indeed. No hard feelings. yes, wishing for a dream and seeing the good future and the nightmare. Yes, okay. Let's now. What are we now going to meditate on? This time we are going to meditate on the self, the Atma, I am. We're gonna meditate on the permanent, changeless, indestructible, the road on which becoming travels, the formless, the infinite, eternal, wonderful form of God as love, the self, I am. That's for a moment, okay?
Let's do that.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So, what are you gonna do now? We've discussed the Superman swastika. It's coming to an end now. We've meditated on the love. We've meditated on the world peace. We've meditated on the self. And we discussed Yahweh and Adolf Hitler and the sustainable best and the old way, the new way, the magical transformation of love. In a single day, we magically transform. In a single day, with all the love, we solve all our problems. Beautiful and a dream. That's what we wish for. That's what we got. That's what we achieve. That's what we do. And that's our future. And that's what we discussed. And much has been said. And I'll be clarifies where my Superman swastika, the green swastika of Sai Baba, in the hand of Maitreya is coming from. That it's not something threatening or dark horse or something awful or a nightmare or unreasonable or with all the hatred and narrow-mindedness and attacking and threatening and scheming and all bringing all the paranoia and all the misery of the old. Nothing like that. Yes, that has been made clear. What we're coming from with this Nazi swastika, green Sai Baba, how it's Buddha turning, Buddha form, but Nazi turning, and the hand of Maitreya, the hand of Maitreya, sustainable earth. Stop humanity. Keep to the limits. Keep to the limits. You can't do this. You can't do this. Keep to the limits. Yes, I hope I made it clear. There's much more that can be said, but we'll do that at a later time. For the moment, I say, I'm asking for a dream. Believe in a dream. Want to dream. Let's achieve a dream. Yes, let's do that. A dream, not a nightmare, a dream. But a dream where the end result is the same as the old version. We don't go down by overload. We keep it sustainable. We heal the planet. We let no one any longer starve. We heal the world. We heal the forest. No more forest fires. Minerals for the trees. With the oceans full of life. All the good things that keep the biosphere a healthy biosphere, able to sustain us, and that we have that understanding that we all want to make that choice to be good people, an ideal, behaving, character, trusting ourselves, trusting God, that we can make it something good and beautiful, a happy life, enjoying life, looking outward towards the future, living determinedly and courageously in the now, and making something wonderful about our life story. That we are heroes of the universe. Heroes of the universe. Heroes of the universe. So, let's do one final goodbye. What I want to say is keep faith, don't give up. Tomorrow is promising, gets better than you can imagine with the new universe, whole story there. Don't give up hope, don't lose faith, don't lose direction. Do the right thing, do what is good, be an ideal, and dream a wonderful world with tomorrow, and let's achieve that dream. We can do it, and we will do it. Yes, a wonderful dream with tomorrow. I want to dream, we all want to dream. Let's dream a wonderful dream and achieve it. Something good and beautiful for all and everyone. A happy universe, magical transformation, Something amazing and forever to be remembered. We are the heroes of our time, and we can do it. The new universe is happening through us. And let's for a moment think about the new universe. Are you ready for the new universe? Here comes the new universe. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Real life stuff is happening. The old is gone. Something new is coming. Something amazing and wonderful. Unbelievable. I'm taken into the expression of awe, amazement, overwhelmed, my heart carried away. I want more. I can't get enough. Can't wait for tomorrow. Yes, let's have it like that. I can't wait for tomorrow.